The night sky over Gotham is a storm of chaos. Criminals rule the streets, corrupt power festers in the shadows, and innocent lives teeter on the brink. But high above, watching over it all, stands Batman. His mission is clear: bring justice to a city drowning in darkness. Yet justice, for the Dark Knight, is not as simple as stopping crime. It's a constant struggle between vengeance and mercy. How does he walk this razor-thin line? How does he stay true to his vow without becoming the very monster he fights? Today, we explore how Batman embodies Stoic justice, how he uses mercy to maintain balance in a world that demands brutal justice. For most people, justice is simple. You do wrong, you pay the price. But for Batman, justice is much more complex. In Gotham, the concept of justice is constantly under siege. This is a city where the line between right and wrong is blurry, where the innocent suffer and the guilty thrive. It's a place where heroes are few and far between, and those who stand for justice face impossible choices. And yet, Batman is relentless in his pursuit of justice. But his justice is not blind. It's calculated, deliberate, and guided by a higher principle. Unlike many, Batman doesn't believe in vengeance. His mission isn't about revenge. It's about restoring order and balance in a city that knows neither. And in doing so, he practices a kind of justice that is deeply aligned with Stoic philosophy, a justice that's both merciful and unyielding. Stoic justice is built on the idea that we must act for the greater good, not out of personal emotions. The Stoics believed that justice should be rooted in wisdom, not anger or hatred. This is the foundation of Batman's moral code. No matter how personal the battle, no matter how much Gotham takes from him, he remains focused on the bigger picture. He acts for Gotham, not for himself. Let's take a moment to examine this further. Mercy and restraint are at the heart of Batman's form of justice. He's faced monsters who've done unspeakable things. The Joker, for instance, is responsible for death and chaos on a massive scale. To many, killing the Joker would be the only logical response, a final act to rid the world of his terror. But Batman never crosses that line. He never gives in to that dark temptation. Why? Because Batman understands that true justice is not about elimination. It's about rehabilitation. It's about the possibility of change. And it's about maintaining a moral high ground. If he were to kill, even just once, he'd become no different than the criminals he fights. And in Gotham, where the line between hero and villain is already razor thin, that's a step he can never afford to take. This reflects the Stoic belief in self-control. The Stoics taught that we should not be slaves to our emotions. Even in the face of overwhelming adversity, we must remain calm, rational, and in control of ourselves. Batman embodies this ideal. When faced with the most deranged and violent criminals, he doesn't lose himself in the chaos. He doesn't allow anger or hatred to cloud his judgment. Instead, he remains calm, collected, and focused on his mission: justice, not revenge. And here's the key: Batman's mercy doesn't come from weakness. It comes from an understanding of the bigger picture. He knows that Gotham will always have crime. There will always be evil forces at work. But it's not about winning a war. It's about maintaining order. It's about protecting the innocent, upholding the law, and ensuring that justice prevails. Take Bane, for example, a criminal mastermind who once broke Batman both physically and mentally. When Bane brought Gotham to its knees, Batman had every reason to seek revenge. After all, Bane didn't just attack Batman, he destroyed the very city Batman swore to protect. But even then, even after all that pain, Batman didn't kill him. Why? Because Bane's defeat wasn't about revenge. It was about restoring Gotham. It was about bringing balance back to a city on the edge of collapse. Batman's refusal to kill isn't a weakness. It's a reflection of his deep understanding of justice. He knows that vengeance would only corrupt him, that crossing that line would destroy everything he stands for. Justice, for Batman, isn't about punishment. It's about restoration. It's about finding a way to bring balance, to ensure that evil doesn't triumph and that chaos doesn't rule. This ties directly to the Stoic concept of cosmic justice, where actions must align with the greater good of society. Batman's no-kill rule is not about sparing lives, it's about preventing himself from becoming a monster. It's a moral line that keeps him tethered to his humanity, even as he battles forces that seek to strip it away. Now consider Batman's dealings with other villains like Two-Face. Harvey Dent, once Gotham's White Knight, was transformed into a twisted figure of chaos and destruction, but Batman never stopped believing in Dent's potential for redemption. Even as Two-Face fell deeper into madness, Batman showed mercy, hoping that somewhere deep down, Harvey could be saved. That's the mercy Batman extends, not to the criminal, but to the humanity that remains within them. At the heart of Batman's justice is this unwavering belief in human potential. No matter how far someone falls, he doesn't believe they're beyond saving. This belief aligns perfectly with the Stoic idea of universal brotherhood, the belief that all people, even the broken, are part of a greater whole. To Batman, every life has value, even the lives of those who seem irredeemable. That's why he shows mercy, not because it's easy, but because it's necessary for justice to truly prevail. And here's the Stoic lesson Batman teaches us. True justice requires mercy. It requires us to look beyond our own pain, our own anger, and see the bigger picture. It demands that we act not out of vengeance, but out of a desire to restore balance and peace. It's not about destruction, it's about redemption. Batman's justice is merciful because he understands that to protect Gotham, he must protect his own soul as well. So the next time you find yourself in a position of power, when the choice between vengeance and mercy lies in your hands, ask yourself, what would Batman do? Would he let the darkness consume him? Or would he stand firm in his principles, showing mercy even when it seems impossible? Remember, justice isn't about giving people what they deserve. It's about doing what is right. And in Batman's world, doing what is right means showing mercy, even to those who may not deserve it.